Reverend Ntim Fordjour. The mode of the arrest and the concerns that have arisen after the attempted arrest. Let's have a conversation on this and speak with some security experts.
The best in the morning is on.
Dr. Victor Doke is a security lecturer at the Kofi Annan International Peacekeeping and Training Center. There's also Richard Kumado, fraud and a security consultant, joining us on the lines. Gentlemen, thank you so much for making time for us this morning. Now, the entire country has been talking, and what they're saying is the attempted arrest of a sitting member of parliament. Going beyond that, there is the conduct or the approach of the NIB officials who went to the residence of the member of parliament to attempt to arrest him. Let me start off with you, Dr. Doke. For the National Intelligence Bureau executives or apparatus who went to the residence of the sitting member of parliament to arrest him, some of them, we understand, had their faces covered, although they had some form of identification to carry out or to identify themselves before they carried out the duties they went there to carry out. How do we ensure that, how do we approach the conversation of the approach or the conduct of intelligence agencies like the National Security, for instance, or the NIB, for instance?
Thank you very much. Morning to you and then my co-panelist. I think with regards to the whole operation that was conducted by the NIB, it's relation to what we already know. Per what the said MP has given out or enumerated out without substantive evidence, which has led to the back and forth. Government had to respond and counter, responses from the said MP and now the minority as a whole. I think the operations of the NIB has understood per law that, one, before I go there, we need to understand that there is no issue that supersedes that of the national security. Now, thereby, if anybody makes an allegation or says they have intelligence entails a lot. So if you use the word intelligence that you have, that so-and-so is going on, then it means you have conducted a very rigorous search to ascertain that you have concrete evidence. So then, if the national security or the security apparatus deems it very necessary, that supersedes any other issue that anybody would put out. So one, the mandate of the NIB was to go in there using their authority, detailing the situation as superseding that of any other thing. In this case, any individual or citizen of the land can be asked to come and then answer questions. If whatever that has been said tantamounts to the security and the threat of the state, this is what is going to happen. And I think that's what, on the basis of that, the NIB had to move in, irrespective of the fact that we know a legislator has immunity, and thereby there are processes to go through. But in the case where the situation, as I explained, supersedes that of any individual, the national interest comes first. The sovereignty, securing the sovereignty, and then making sure that the security of the state is paramount. Anybody will be asked to come in.
I see. Let me bring in Richard Kumado. Mr. Kumado, thank you for joining us. So, again, on the approach or the tact adopted by the state security yesterday, do you have any concerns about how they went about their mandate, bearing in mind all the commentary that have come? For instance, Reverend Ntim Fordjour says they did not come with a warrant. He did not see any form of identification on them to be certain that these men, some of whom had their faces covered, were men from the NIB?
No, but I'll start sending you people an invoice. The reason being that I have been saying it for the past over a decade on Media Journal. Today, what my big brother Dr. Doku has just said sums up everything I have been saying for the past 10, 15 years. Even if you guys do not take me seriously, whatever Dr. Doku has just said right now, you guys can write a book on it. If you guys think what I have been saying for all these years is wrong and what Dr. Doku just said is wrong, you can reach out to my brother Ntim, who works at Media Journal. I was with him at the BNI. He came as a journalist. He just left the Media Journal to the US. So that Media Journal, who we trust so much, reporting issues on the ground should be different from what everybody else is reporting. And because many of you are my big brothers, my junior brothers, and my colleagues and my friends, sometimes it's difficult saying it the way I'm saying it. One journalist could put up a story, then everybody is running with it. And that, for me, I think Media Journal shouldn't do that. Now, let's go back to the question you asked. When it comes to the BNI or NIB, standard approach all over the world. When the NIB is looking for you because you have come under national security interest, or you have come under investigation interest, or you have been involved in a crime and the state will want to speak to you, or you have acted in a manner that threatens stability and against security, national security interest, three things they will do. One, they will serve notice. Number two, they will invite you. Serving notice and inviting you can be done in person, or it can be done in any other means appropriately. Before the BNI takes a decision or the NIB takes a decision to arrest you, which means that they want the quality of their due diligence to be so high that when the outcome of the operations become a matter of public concern or litigated in the court, they can stand tall. I can tell you for a fact, what happened there yesterday should be described as a national security operation involved all agencies of the land, including the NIB. But when somebody put the NIB in front, then we begin to ask questions because nobody can tell you for competently speaking and from experience. If the BNI or the NIB had wanted to arrest the informant MP, like Dr. Doku said, nothing would have stopped them. If we are not arresting you, we will let you know that, hey, we are here to arrest you. This is why we are not arresting you. Show yourself, blah, blah, blah. But once we have arrest warrant, and all the dots has been connected, the T's and the I's, and it has become clear that your actions and something you must have done or you have come under, you yourself, somebody is threatening you or many of those things, the permutations that will make them to cause for an arrest of a citizen or a group of people or something, you can't stop them. That is the word Dr. Doku used, the national security interest or the national interest supersedes any other person and any other variable that comes in. And number two, I have been saying, no, but we are not the only people practicing democracy. Where we copy this democracy from? I was in London as a young person in 2006 when the Prime Minister, Tony Blair, was arrested by the MI5, MI6. And even though he's a lawyer, the wife is a lawyer, he has to call his lawyer. We saw it in America where you copy this democracy from. When the FBI or the texts are coming for you, it means that they have done the due diligence, they are operating within a procedure, and they know that national interest is at stake.
Hello, Dr. Kumado. Unfortunately, we lost Mr. Kumado there, but we'll try and reconnect with him. Mr. Kumado, can you... we lost Richard Kumado there, but we'll try and reconnect with him for the conversation. But we still have on the phone lines this morning another security consultant, Dr. Victor Docket. Doc, if you can hear me, Dr. Kumado, unfortunately, we lost him, but he was talking about the modus operandi of the security apparatus in yesterday's event. Now, going forward, there's the consensus that an agreement should be reached on how Reverend Ntim Fordjour should be involved in the investigation. From where you said, how should this be done, bearing in mind where we've traveled from up to this point?
Well, let's go back a bit, we remember when the president of the land stated that the security agency should collaborate or cooperate with the said MP. Okay. Now, so in this case, the security agencies have taken a very lenient approach in that their modus operandi has been somewhat very calm. I should put it that way. Because, thanks to what Dr. Kumadov said, if they had wanted to pick the MP, they would have, long time ago. Okay? But they are just trying to prevent the uproar, prevent the hullabaloo, and then unnecessary, incidents that will come with it.
But Doc, it's still the what you're calling the hullabaloo, the noise that have come. It has still come, hasn't it?
Yes, it will still come. Why? Because we still haven't had the said MP, okay, from his side collaborating with the security apparatus. But what they are now calling for is a bipartisan committee to look into the issue. But then, let's not forget the word he used in his briefing, intelligence. Got it? It means you have done extensive work and you have concrete evidence. Now, imagine that any group or society in the country has evidence that illegalities went on in this magnitude. You think they would resort to speaking to the media as much as what is going on, or they would have put the evidence there, given the evidence to the state security, just to shame them. This would even put that organization or that individual in high esteem, and the government will be put to shame. That is what we call true accountability and transparency. That is what we call checking the people we have voted in power. But contrary to that, then it means the state would come for you full force for you to prove your case.
That's okay. We'll have to leave it here. We'll find time and we'll talk more on this as the case develops. Thank you so much for making time for us. Dr. Victor Doke is a security analyst and a security lecturer at the Kofi Annan International Peacekeeping area there.